This is a bonus week on Thursday Musings. You're going to get this short talk. Hopefully it'll be short. You're going to receive a meditation that's linked to this talk. And you're going to receive another link that these are all connected to a oneness Sunday service I did. And if you have the time this week, you might really enjoy listening to the whole service because I share my interest in the topic of oneness, which relates to Melissa's early passing, my daughter, at age 39. Most of you know about that. And I was into spirituality for many years before Melissa passed. And that's because I had, as many people who go into spiritual seeking, a lot of personal pain, personal suffering from what I believed were my personality defects. And I became a psychotherapist, and I learned the Enneagram, a personality study that opens up to the neti, which is learning what you're not. So let's talk about today. What is the oneness? I give you a direct experience of that in the meditation. I give you a direct experience of that in the whole service. But what's the opposite of an experience of oneness? It's what I was just referring to. It's thinking of the personal self. Now, yes, we all know it's great to be generous, and we're raised with the idea in and out in our culture of the kind of kumbaya openness to other people and to our communities and service and so on. And it depends on what family you were raised in and what communities had influence over you, how much of that you do. But that's all, if you think of it from the personal, separate self, connecting to you, connecting to my neighbor as myself, to connecting to the world, the communities, the giving. It's all from a belief in a separate self. Well, we feel ourselves to be separate. Our senses, our eyes, our training, our perceptions, all tell us we're separate, solid people. And science says we're not. So how to reconcile these two? Well, what are the two? The two would be, I'm a separate person, which is how we're all raised. And the other is there's just life. There's just a unified field, which is what science would say. There's a quantum field of energy, and it's manifested in life, in plants, in animals, in people, and it's still life going into the person or the dog or the cat or the tree. So what if today we don't try to reconcile, because we'll just get stuck in our separate beliefs, our beliefs in separation, but let's just have an experience that what if we are what is aware of us? So that gets a little tricky because we get confused with life being our minds. our thinking, our feelings, our perceptions, our sensations. That's what I'm calling mind. The personality, I'm calling it mind for today, even though there are feelings and so on. It's all mind, small mind from today. But in the service, I talk about these two mothers. One had a child dying, and in his last breath, she sang "For Good" from the musical Wicked. And thousands of miles away, another mother, son, received that heart from the other boy. And she couldn't hold her boy because of the surgery. So she stroked his head and she sang the song Wicked. Now you could say that's coincidence, but you're probably not listening to this video if that's what you say. So going back to the old perspective, that would be us opening up to infinite intelligence. It would be us opening up to the divine, or whatever word you'd like to use, the quantum field. But what if it's the other way around? What if science and our experience are both right, just not our conclusions? So our experience is that we're aware of being aware. We're aware that we're alive. We're aware of thoughts and feelings. And then we think we are the thoughts and feelings. But what if we're just what is aware of it? Now, in my glimpses classes, which you're welcome to join for free, and in my non-duality talks, I've often suggested that people depersonalize when they're having personal painful experiences and step back to the observer, and then step back even further into the field of being aware of what's aware of the observer. And today, I'm going to invite you to take it even further and go to what if you are all the way back. Your experience of you is that you're not what you thought you were. That was just some thoughts and a construct of your image. But what if there is no separation? You're just life. Life looking at your particular manifestation. So you're behind. You are what that is knowing, rather than knowing of what. So you've just shifted your perspective. Now I know, because of all the years of believing in a separate self, you go back to that. But I just wanted to begin a conversation with you that you may be something more unlimited, not the personality you, not the body you. The body you will come and will be born and will die. But the life that is you might be part of something else. that's deeper, deeper, far back. It's quite a break. Next week, I'm going to talk to you about something that's quite controversial. And I'm going to begin it right now. So we want to take responsibility. That sounds like a good thing. Many paths encourage you to take responsibility for your thoughts. But what do we do when we do that? We go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have thought that. We judge it. That's what we think responsibility is, or we try to learn from it. But what if thoughts happen from the infinite? And what if you can actually take more responsibility? If you are the infinite, because it's not personal. So if you thought, ugh, I can't stand that smell on that person, you don't have to judge yourself for being judgmental. You can say the thought happened, just like the idea of that musical number, that choice of song came to those women. They didn't create that out of their own personal self. And you might be tempted to go back and think the personal self got that from the universe. But let's see it as the universe gives everything to what we used to call the person. Let's call it the image. Let's call it the embodiment. Let's depersonalize it just for today. What if you are everything? Not you, the body, not you, the personality, you, the life. You belong to life. What's there to argue with there? Now, if thoughts and feelings are happenings from the greater, just like weather happens. You can call it good, you can call it bad, but all weather isn't nice, all weather isn't good. So really it's important that you not try to make this fit into your other beliefs, because you'll get stuck. What if we just come new and try out this week being unattached to your thoughts as though they happen? I do want you to notice them and take even a greater responsibility by saying, ouch, ouch, that one hurts. I won't continue with that. Now, who's the I? You're just, by noticing, it's like a thought interruption of the pattern. And if you said, oops, I'm not going to continue, that thought was given to you as well. So you don't have to take everything so seriously and so judgmentally, because it's coming from something greater. And there's a freedom to that I invite you into. So we'll talk some more. I can't promise that'll be next week, because I speak of what's given to me, and that may not be the topic, but I kind of covered it in a nutshell today. So thanks for being with me. Bye-bye.